Hare Krishna. Question, Raju. Is it that the ego is the suggester and the impeller of wrongdoings, or is it material nature? The Bhagavad Gita 18.58 tells us that don't hear the ego, but then 3.27 says that it is material nature that is the doer. So who exactly is the doer? Answer: the non-spiritual side of us, which impels us to do certain things, ultimately comes as material nature, because apart we are a composite unit right now, our present existence. There is the soul, along with that there is the body. So now there is a force which comes, which impels us to do certain actions, which is different from our original pure desire of the soul. So then where does that come from? That in general comes from material nature, and depending on the specific nature of the desire, it can be talked about more specifically. So for example, within we shouldn't think that ego being the impeller and material nature being the impeller. They are two different things. This is the one thing itself, because it is material nature of which ego is a part. Now 3.27 states that prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. So there if we see that the point is, it is material nature's mode which are acting, but then also the word there uses ahankara. So that how do the modes make us act? It is by creating ahankar, by stimulating our false ego. Ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. So here ahankar is used as the conception in the soul, which makes the soul think that I am the doer, when material nature is actually the doer. So the literal translation is prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha. Everything is done by prakriti. Ahankara vimudhatma, but a soul deluded by ahankar, karta ahmiti manyate, thinks that I am the doer. So here the point is, material nature is said to be the source of action, and ego is said to be the source of the delusion, of the misidentification, of the ascription of action to oneself. Now if you look at 18.58, what is Krishna saying? Macchitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atachet tvam ahankaran na shroshasi vinangshasi. There also the word is ahankara. So if you don't hear me, if you hear your ego, then you will be lost. That means what? The ego will be the means by which you will become a puppet of material nature. And don't become a puppet of material nature. In fact, if you see the next verse, 18.59 and 60, that talks about how actually we are bound by material nature. Krishna says, Yadahankaram ashritya nayotseti manyase mittheisha vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyokshati. If you don't hear me, if you take shelter of your ahankar, then material nature will engage you. So we have to be servants. If we don't agree to be servants of Krishna, we think we can be independent, then we end up becoming dependent on material nature. We become servants, puppets of material nature. So on one side is Krishna, the soul can either choose to serve Krishna, or the soul chooses to act independently, then the soul ends up becoming a puppet of material nature. And the delusion which makes the soul think that dependence on material nature is independence is ahankara. So it's not that ahankar and modes are two different things. They are parts of the same material nature, which make the soul dance like a puppet when the soul desires to be a doer independent of Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.